everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is an exciting video because we're going to be doing a little bit of a DIY project. We're going to be tie-dyeing face masks, and I felt like this would be such a good video because, you know, face masks have just become like a part of our daily wardrobe. So I was like, why not, you know, vamp them up? And the first thing that came to mind was tie-dyeing because this is very trendy right now, and a nice tie-dye is super cute. I'm going to be tie-dyeing my face masks with the RIT liquid dye and powder dye because they only had the color pink in the powder dye, and I really love pink, so I wanted that color. So I figured it would help someone out who only has powder dye or who only has liquid dye. So without further ado, I'm not going to ramble because I know you guys want to get into these masks. Let's just go ahead and start the video. Alright, so we're going to be doing this tie-dye effect on these masks with the RIT dye. And with the RIT dye, I'm going to be using the liquid dye and powder dye because the store didn't have all liquid, and I figured if I could use the powder dye, it might help someone as well. Then I got these all white face masks from Amazon. I believe it was like a pack of 50 for $27, and I was like, this is perfect for this video. So I'm going to link it down below so you guys can check out that deal. Now I'm going to be taking the easy and cheap way out by using these 3 water bottles and just poking holes at the top of them to squirt out the liquid dye. You're going to need hot water to mix with the dye, so I just put water in this measuring cup, or you can use a pitcher and just heat it up in the microwave. The powder dye actually requires salt for cotton material, so I need salt for that. These little elastic band holders are like the perfect size for these small masks, so you're going to need some of those. You're going to need gloves to keep your hands from getting stained, and also put a plastic trash bag underneath your workspace so you don't get your carpet dirty. Last but not least, I kind of have this ghetto setup here, but you're going to need a rack of some sort to place the material on because you don't want it sitting in dye because then it's going to ruin your pattern. But then you also want something underneath to catch the excess dye. Okay, it's time to get started. So put on your gloves and take your plastic water bottle, and you want to add the hot water into the plastic bottle. Then take your liquid dye and pour it into the hot water. The more liquid dye that you put in, the darker the color is going to be. If you want more like of a light purple, then don't pour too much of the dye itself. If you want a darker purple, then pour more. Next, screw the top on to the water bottle, and then find like a cotton ball or something to place on top, and then shake it up really well. I'm going to repeat the same process with the liquid blue dye. We're going to add the water to the bottle, then add the liquid dye, then shake the bottle up well, and you're done. The pink powder dye is going to be a little bit different, but we're going to add the water to the water bottle. Then we're going to add salt to the bottle. The instruction says add 1 cup, but I'm not going to add 1 cup. Sorry, I don't always listen to the directions exactly because I'm not putting that much water into the water bottle, but just add as much salt as you think is necessary for the proportion of water you put in. And then once you add that, add in the powdered dye and then shake it up well. Don't forget to use a cotton ball so that way it doesn't squirt everywhere on you. The first technique is going to be the crumpling effect, where I'm just going to take pieces of the fabric and crumple it up together, and then adding a ponytail holder to keep everything in place, and then just keep crumpling up the mask until you're able to just fit it all into a ball. Okay, so the next mask is going to be the swirling effect. So I'm going to start in the center of the mask and just start rolling the mask into a swirl. It's kind of hard to explain, but just twist the fabric into a swirly motion until it's a complete circle, and then secure it with the rubber band again. Okay, so the first two patterns are done, so now I'm ready to start dyeing. You could get all your patterns ready first and then dye, but I was just too excited. So the first one is just going to be all purple, and I believe that is the swirly one where I did the swirling motion. So I'm just going to do all purple and just make sure to saturate the front and the back of the mask. Then on the crumpled up mask, I'm going to do half purple and then half pink. Now that I'm finished with the first two designs, you want to make sure that you wipe the rack off with the napkin or a wipe, so that way your surface is clean and it's not going to stain the next mask you want to tie-dye. This next method, I was kind of freestyling it, so I'm just going to fold the mask kind of like a fan. Like I'm going to fold it upwards one way, then the next fold will be downwards and then upwards and then downwards all the way till I get to the end, kind of like a fan or an accordion type of folding method. Then once it's all folded, you want to swirl it up into a ball. Once you have it in a ball, don't forget to secure it with that rubber band so that way it doesn't come unraveled. So with this first swirly one, I'm just going to do an all blue color, but just, freestyle it and do whatever color you have. Do your favorite colors and see how it comes out. Okay, so this next pattern is half and half. I'm gonna do half blue and then half purple on top, and my hope is just that these colors just blend in together, like right where the purple is and the blue meets, that it just blends into each other's space and creates this cool design. The next design that I want is to create an ombre effect. So how I am going to try and accomplish this is just do a dark deep layer of purple at the bottom and then leave the white part blank. So my hope is that it kind of bleeds in slowly to the white part, and then as I wash it, it'll become like a light purple up top and create like an ombre effect. So let's see how that turns out. Next, I just want to show you that you can dilute your colors to make it like a lighter color. For this instance, I want it to be like a teal blue instead of this darker blue. So I'm just going to add in some more water in hopes to dilute the color, and then it comes out as this light teal blue. So this one I guess doesn't technically count as a tie-dye effect, but I just wanted to dye the whole mask this pretty blue color because it was just so pretty, and I just wanted to see how the whole mask would look dyed one color. Once you have all your masks dyed, go ahead and sit them outside to dry, and I'm just letting the colors marinate into the fabric. I usually let this sit for about 6 to 8 hours. You could leave it out overnight, but I'm just impatient and I want to finish this video and have my cute mask done. Just go ahead and let them sit out and soak that color in. Alright you guys, I let them sit out for about 6 hours. I couldn't wait 8 or overnight because I was being impatient and I wanted to get this video done. So I'm just going to unravel them and then rinse them under cold water. We want to use cold water because we don't want the colors to bleed too much, but we do want to get that excess dye out. And you could use a plastic bag so the color doesn't bleed on your hand. Ooh, that one turned out so cute. I really like these a lot, and yeah, they're really cute. So just go ahead and rinse out the excess dye and then throw them in the washing machine, and you can either dry them in the dryer or let them air dry. After you have washed and dried them, this is how they should look. This is the crumpled up effect, which is actually my favorite. It just gives the best tie-dye results, and yeah, it's super cute. This is also the crumpled up effect with just purple dye, so this is how that results turned out. This is also really cute as well. I believe this is how the swirl effect came out. It doesn't look like a swirl at all, so I think I might have done something wrong. But yeah, this is how this looks. Not my favorite, but it's still not ugly though. This is where I folded it up like a fan and then swirled it into a ball. It kind of gave like a 3-tone effect, and I like it. So this is the 2-tone pattern where I did one color on top and then another color on the bottom. This reminds me of cotton candy and I love it. This is also the 2-tone pattern where I did purple on top and blue on the bottom. Okay, so here is the ombre pattern. It's just where I did like purple at the bottom, and then it just kind of fades into this ombre color as it goes to the top. Here is also the ombre pattern in blue. Last but not least, this is where I just did one full color on to the mask, and it just turned out like this pretty aqua blue, and it has like these, I don't know, it reminds me of like waves or something inside the mask where some parts are light. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had so much fun tie-dyeing these masks, and I hope you have fun when you do it, or you just, you know, have fun watching me I don't know. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up. It'll really help out my channel and help my videos to circulate, because YouTube is saying that you guys like it, so they're gonna promote my videos more. So please hit that like button. Also subscribe and hit that bell notification button, so that way you'll be notified every time that I post a video. Last but not least, please leave me a comment down below of future videos that you want to see from me. I love doing anything from fashion, hair, DIY, lifestyle, relationship. Just throw some ideas at me and I would be so very grateful for that, so that way I'm putting out content that my viewers like to see. So yeah, thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye.